Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers, and the high-flying, fun-loving Regal Bird bring you now Ozark Jubilee.
Again, friends, we send you...
Well, howdy, folks. I guess you've all seen these country-style mailboxes, you know, where the postman raises the flag to let you know when you have some mail. Well, I wouldn't want this to get around or anything, but when my flag is up, the RFD on the box stands for Regal Free Delivery. And, of course, it also stands for Real Foamy Deliciousness, Right, Fine, and Dandy, and Rootin' Falutin' Delight. Now, of course, this is what you might call a special delivery from the Regal Bird, but and not everyone... Airmail, of course. I wouldn't advise you, however, to sit around and wait for the postman to bring you your Regal Pale. As a matter of fact, the best thing for you to do is to go on down to your favorite tavern or store and ask for it right out loud. And believe me, it'll be a red-letter day for you when you meet up with this bright, bubbly brew. Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
Big Saturday night hello from the crossroads of country music, the Jewel Theater in Springfield, Missouri. It's time for the Ozark Jubilee, starring America's favorite country gentleman, Red Foley!
I'll tell you, the old welcome mat is out tonight, and what a wonderful audience we have here in the Jewel Theater with us tonight. And the old welcome mat means just what it says, so all you folks come on in and sort of set a spell, and we'll try to entertain you for the next hour. We're going to call on Grady Martin and the Crossroads boys here to sort of give us a little introduction, and you got to sing on this, too, fellas.
Oh, good.
Sure. Here we go. Knowing I not pine. Trouble God in the trail, spent the next 5 years in jail. Should have read that detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, pay no mind to what it says. Detour, all these bitter things I find. Should have read that detour sign. When I got stuck in the blur, I thought that all my worries were behind. But the further I go, the more sorrow I know. Should have read that detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, pay no mind to what it says. Detour, oh, these bitter things I find. Should have read that detour sign. Wait now. Strings are made of twine. Had no willpower to get from the hole that I'm in yet. Should have read that detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, paid no mind to what it said. Detour, all these bitter things I find. Should have read that detour sign. Should have read that detour sign. Thank you very much, folks. Being an A here. Thanks, Bill. Well, so you know, a little while ago, I was standing out in front of the theater here, and it's a great pleasure to meet some of the folks that have come from some pretty far distances to be here with us. In fact, there's some people here from way up in the northwest country of Oregon down in the South Country of South Carolina. And somebody told me somebody out there from... Anybody out there from Alaska tonight? No, nobody from Alaska. Well, anyway, we're real happy to have you folks here with us. And in talking to some of the folks, they said that one of the things they enjoy most are these wonderful square dances that we have down here in the Ozarks. So we hope you folks will be real happy with a bunch of promenaders and a little promenade music right here.
We're going to pick up right where we're leaving off and have more fun for you in just a minute.
I just got a letter here from a very unfortunate fellow. It says, while I was busy watching the Regal Bird on your show last week, my wife went and drank up the last can of Regal Pale Beer in the house. How about that? Signed X Regal Bird Watcher. Well, now, see here, Mr. X. The only reason the Regal Bird is here in the first place, well, hello, R.B., is to remind you to keep your happy home happy with lots and lots of Regal Pale. Carload lots, or at least cases, or at least six-packs. I'll tell you what, when you go to your store, you make it a habit to say to yourself, Regal Pale, and then you just bring home as much Regal as you possibly can. And then, instead of being a wife watcher, you'll be a true blue Regal Bird watcher, and that is for sure, and you'll live happily ever after enjoying the foamy, fascinating, fun-loving foam of Regal Pale. One of America's two great beers.
Well, see, you know, we're used to receiving quite a bit of mail when we have a very special guest on our show asking us to bring him back. And we received an unusually large amount of mail asking us to bring a boy back who visited with us from out Hollywood way a couple of months ago and sang one of his hit records called I Dreamed of a Hillbilly Heaven. So tonight we've invited him back. You folks, I'm sure, are all acquainted with this good boy right here, Eddie Dean. Eddie? Right out there, yeah, buddy. Who's going to sing this song, over here? Yeah, I'll sing it over here. Thank you very much. Eddie, just before you sing, I want to read this telegram here that we got from the Pacoima Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, wonderful.
Says, the city of Pacoima will be watching your show May the 7th, and our honorary mayor, Eddie Dean, he is tops here and on his second term. Mayor, how you doing?
Fine, fine. Thank you, my constituent. Thank you very much, folks. Say, you know, I heard you lost your tall, and some folks came all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he brought this to
No
you.
kidding, that's a twofer, boy. You know, that's a crocky. If you folks could see that out there.
They can see it.
Eddie, I'll tell you, I've killed enough time here just yakking away. I know these folks are anxious to hear you sing that beautiful song, I Dreamed of a Hillbilly Heaven.
I dreamed I was there in hillbilly heaven. Oh, what a beautiful sight. I met all the stars in hillbilly heaven. Oh, what a star-studded night. Last night I dreamed I went to hillbilly heaven. And do you know who the doorman was? It was everybody's favorite cowboy, Will Rogers. So I asked him to kind of show me around a bit, and he was right pleased to. Then he says, Eddie, I'd like you to meet one of our star lodgers. And you know who it was? The old blue yodeler himself, Jimmy Rogers. I dreamed I was there in hillbilly heaven. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Well, he took me around some more and he showed me his old ropes. And the gold guitars and fiddles are hanging there in their Hall of Fame. And he says, Eddie, I'd like you to meet now a boy who was loved by countless millions. And sure enough, there was my old buddy, Mr. Hank Williams. I met all the stars in hillbilly heaven. Oh, what a star-studded night. Well, then I asked him who else he had booked in within the next 100 years, and he showed me the longest list of names I ever saw. So I started to read. Red Foley, Ernest Tubb, Gene Autry, Roy Acuff, Eddie Arnold, Tex Ritter, Roy Rogers, Eddie Dean. Eddie Dean? Well, that's when I woke up. And I'm sorry that I did. 'Cause I dreamed I was there in hillbilly heaven. Oh, what a beautiful sight.
So beautiful, and of course, those boys singing so nice along with Eddie are sort of the pride and joy of Decca Records, and I'm telling you, if you want some real gospel singing or spiritual singing, well, these are the boys to ask. Here they are, the Foggy River Boys with their latest Decca record, right, boys? I want to go there.
Well, I want to go there when he calls my number. Yes, I want to go there when he calls my name. Oh, Lord, you know I'm praying. I've been singing and shouting God's praises. And I know he'll welcome me there. Oh, yeah. Well, I want to go in the morning. It won't be long. You're going to look for me, child. I'll be gone. I'm going to move right up into the promised land. Say, King Jesus going to shake his hand. I'll shout, howdy, 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 brother, howdy, 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 sister, howdy, 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 neighbor, howdy, howdy. Then they're gonna move up a little higher, gonna shake hands with my mother. Then they're gonna move up a little higher, gonna shake hands with my mother. Then they're gonna move up a little higher, gonna shake hands with my sister. Then I'm gonna move up a little higher, gonna shake hands with my neighbor. I wanna go there when he calls my number. sung God's praises, and I know he'll welcome me there. Oh, yes, over there, over there, over there, over there, I'll meet my lost ones gone on. Well, 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 yes, I've been praying and singing and shouting God's praises, and I know he'll welcome me there. Oh, yes, over there, over there, over there, over there, I'll meet my loved ones gone on. Well, 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 yes, been praying and singing and shouting God's praises, and I know he'll welcome me
How about that, friend? Buggy River Boy. Now that they move around a lot, they really get it done, don't they? Now then, neighbors, for just a minute, it's somebody else's turn to do the talking.
Well, this being Saturday night, you may be planning to meet some of your friends at your favorite tavern later on. As a matter of fact, maybe you're there right now watching the show. And if that's the case, well, you don't have to look far to find plenty of fellow Regal Bird watchers. Oh, handsome, high-type, intelligent folks like yourself. Yes, sir. When you order Regal Pale, he does naturally look like a person of good taste. Because, by golly, you got a whole glass full of good taste when you pour yourself a glass of this bright, bubbly Regal Pale beer. And I sure hope you'll join me real soon. By the way, this being National Tavern Month, here's to the man behind the bar. The man who obliges us all by serving up Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
Well, so you know, for such a young boy, our boy Pete Stamper is a sort of a serious-minded fellow. He really takes to heart every suggestion that you folks make about him. Well, the way he looks or the way he acts. And I think tonight he's got a little something to say to you along that line. So here he is, the ambassador of goodwill for the Ozark Jubilee, Pete Stamper.
I got a letter this week in the mail that I was real proud of. They wrote in and said they seen the show last Saturday night and they liked it, but the only thing wrong with it, I wasn't on long enough. I'm going to answer it just quick as I get back home. It comes from down in Kentucky. I don't care who sent it. It's my ma's one who sent it. It wasn't that she thought that that I maybe had something else to say that I wasn't getting to. It's just that during the course of the week, our television set down there kind of gets a little bit out of focus. And as my suit comes in so good, they use me as a test pattern on Saturday night. And, But I did get a letter this week, or not this week, the week before, that from a complete stranger that wrote. He must have timed me on the air sometime or other, because he wrote a letter and he said, don't them people up there know you can't do anything in 3 minutes? And I wrote him back and thanked him for writing, but I told him that as many people as there was on the show that it was impossible to get any more time. And he wrote back and he said, who said anything about getting any more time? I just said you couldn't do anything in 3 minutes. But I know there is one feller that would be glad that if I had more time. In fact, he wouldn't care if I was on the air, because it's our druggist down home. See, according to my ma, she wrote and told me that just quick as I come on, everybody rushes into the drugstore down there, and they stay there. They can't get them out until I go off. And that makes his business a whole lot better. So she said. She never did say why they rushed in there, because the drugstore ain't got a television set there. But As far as having more time, I don't figure a feller ought to have too much time until he's what you'd call a professional public talker. We got one down home that's kind of what you call a expert at it. I figure you have to be, when you're good, you start out by knowing a little bit about everything, and then you start learning more about one thing until you get to where you know a whole lot about nothing. If that sounds as much out there like me as it does up here, I'm going to ask for more time. But I like to think of myself as, you know, knowing a little bit about everything. Of course I don't, but I like to think of it anyway. I like to talk the way a feller would go look for a cow. Just kind of go leave from where you start at and go up to the gap and then kind of scatter from there on out. But before I go, I got something else I'm kind of proud of. It was a telegram that come in to me today. See, this feller down home was, he had a little money on the Kentucky Derby this evening. And I told him to write and tell me the results of it. And he wrote me a letter, or sent me a telegram this evening, that had SSFF on it. And I hurried to the telephone to call him and compliment him on his horse that started second and finished first. To come to find out, it started, stumbled, fainted, and fell. He didn't have too much on that. Well, I gotta go. I'll see you folks. Good night.
Favorite boy. Well, folks, right behind me here is a group of boys that work awful hard and never get to show off hardly at all on their own. So tonight, we are sort of going to just focus the old Kodak right over here on Grady Martin and all the Crossroads band and let them take off and play to their heart's content on a little down-home music called the Down-Home Band. Oh, that's great, fellas. Yes, sirree. Well, you know, one thing of real value that you could never put a dollars and cents price on is a memory, especially a memory of your childhood. I just hope that I can recall a very pleasant memory or two for all you folks who were raised or fortunate enough to be raised on the farm. Here is an old, old ballad called Old Home Down on the Farm. When a boy I used to dwell in a place I loved so well, far away among the clover and the peaks where the morning glory vines round our cabin porch did climb, and the robin redbreast sang among the trees. There was Father old and gray, and Sister young and gay, our Mother dear to keep us from all harm. There I spent life's sunny hours, running wild among the flowers, in my happy boyhood days, down on the farm. Many weary years have passed since I saw the old homelands, but the memory ever lingers like a charm. There I spent life's sunny hours, running wild among the flowers, in my happy boyhood days, down on the farm. There was Father old and gray, a sister young and gay, our Mother dear to keep us from all harm. There I spent life's sunny hours, running wild among the flowers, in my happy boyhood days, down on the farm.
Little hoedown music, boys. Brad's going to give you a little breather right now for a little time well spent. We suggest you hear this.
Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers, invites you to join us next week for Ozark Jubilee. And meanwhile, here's the Regal Bird's thought for the week. Mid pleasures and palaces though you may roam, it takes a glass of Regal to make a house a home.
This is ABC Television Network.